Welcome back to another segment of Anderson Training Systems One Step at a Time Fitness Success Program. Today in this segment we're going to be talking about something that might be a little strange to you in a fitness success program topic for a video. We're going to be talking about sugar. Sugar is one of the absolutely biggest culprits of sabotaging people's success in their programs. Just like your mom said, and this is my opinion too, or whoever your guiding figure was in your life, don't ruin your dinner by eating too many sweets before I'm absolutely correct. Sugar is a huge problem because it causes us to be consuming very calorie-dense, nutrient-poor food. When compared to something of an equal volume, say for example berries, which is also a sweet product or anything along those lines, those more vegetable-type products or even sweet things like berries are going to have a far greater percentage of nutrients versus calories as opposed to sugar. Some people will even go to the point where they have raw sugars and things like that. They're going to justify that. Completely still the same thing. As far as that's concerned, sugar is still a calorie. I'm not on a sugar rampage, but for those of you that are consuming large amounts of this stuff, it's causing a huge problem with your program. And we want to get to kind of nip that in the bud the best we can. If you find yourself trying to eliminate and have huge problems, there are substitutions that you can make. However, we want to get as much of it from the processed sources out as quickly as possible. Things like cookies, candies, muffins, sodas, anything along those lines. Things that you're probably typically finding in your office or work environment that are coming from vending type machines. We want to try to eliminate those as best as possible. So the question will be raised, what about diet foods? What about substituting those things? That is fine and well for a period of time, but ultimately we want to take it off to minimize those as well. The reason is that it causes the consumption of sugary type products causes very vast deviances in our blood sugar levels. We want to get those down to a minimal amount, so we want to have a very stable blood sugar levels. Substitutions we can make for these type of foods fruits are excellent sources of this. There's so many fruits out there and so available nowadays that there's no reason for you not to be able to find and have the fruit that you would like. There are ways to substitute for ice creams and things like those things that using yogurts and things along those lines are absolutely viable options. On the back of any of your foods, you can see that actually on the carbohydrate content, you can actually see a sugar number as well. What you want to look at if you're looking at other types of foods that are not maybe considered sugary type foods, you want that sugar number to be less than half of your carbohydrate content number. The reason that this is such a huge problem here in the US especially is that we're seeing children as young as 10 years old having metabolic syndrome, type 2 diabetes, and this is all relatively preventable on the most part in most cases. So we need to start taking steps to eliminate this, coming up with some creative substitutions. There's plenty of information out there. I'm going to provide you with a few, but we want to walk down that path. We want to start to eliminate the sugary sources. And the way that we do that is basically by cold turkey and to build successful upon successful day. Does this mean that desserts are never an option again? No, it doesn't. But it means you need to build enough successful days. You can't do 2 days of eliminating or minimizing your sugar and then go in and go out for a meal and have the double chocolate fudge cake. That's not the way it goes. You need to build weeks or months upon success, or a month upon success. So that would be my minimum guideline as far as before you go back to doing that type of thing. There are, like I said, plenty of options out there. Once you start to move down this path of eliminating these sugary sources, you're going to start to feel better, you're going to start to feel less lethargic, you're going to start to not have these big different fluctuations of your blood sugar level, and you're going to start to feel more stable. Hopefully this gives you some really good information, a few little action items that you can take in your daily living, and this has been another segment of Anderson Training Systems One Step at a Time Fitness Success Program. Better.